are all fluent Spanish speaking, and
Great.
I will do my best
We're
to
going to
speak
be
Spanish.
recording this call to have it for those that can't make it.
Vamos a estar grabando la llamada para aquellas personas que no pueden estar presentes. Entiendo que la gran mayoría hablamos español, pero algunos entienden en inglés. So Ilana, I want to thank you for being here. My husband is going to be translating, like we're going to be interacting with you, but I do want to thank you for taking the time and being here. Although that we are a Spanish-speaking team, it does not matter. We find a way. We've been finding the way from day one, translating everything. So this is not uncomfortable to us. So all I ask is I know you're from New York. We're from there too.
We're from Queens.
But when you speak, I'm going to be translating. So I just ask to be like 2 to 3 sentences so that I can translate that to them. If you okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Good. I love it.
Awesome.
I don't know if that's possible.
We'll try. This is going to be fun.
We'll give it a try. There's always a first. I just didn't want this opportunity to go by just because.
Yeah.
This is
Okay, great.
Okay.
So
she's going to give you a quick introduction now.
I'm going to introduce you in Spanish. I have everything here. So, le voy a introducir un poco de la historia de Ilana para que conozcan y sepan quién está enfrente de nosotros. Ella se ha tomado el tiempo para educarnos y enseñarnos de lo que vamos a hacer ahora nuevo. Gracias a Dios que tenemos la oportunidad de tener un nuevo sistema de nutrición a través del Beachbody, algo que necesitábamos, y para nuestra gran sorpresa y bendición, esto va a cambiar mucho lo que es nuestra forma de pensar hacia la comida. Entonces, Ilana, su apellido es Muhlstein. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. Su nombre es Ilana Muhlstein. Ella es una nutricionista registrada, la cual es el nivel más alto en su campo de especialidad. Se graduó con el título de Ciencia y Nutrición de la Universidad de Maryland. Actualmente es parte del liderazgo ejecutivo de la Asociación de Corazón en América y es la líder del programa en mejora de salud en la Universidad de California en Los Ángeles. Mientras muchos niños sueñan en ser famosos artistas y atletas, Ilana en una temprana edad empezó a inspirarse en su actual carrera cuando hacía visitas con su nutricionista en un campamento de bajar de peso cada verano. Y ella tomó la oportunidad de convertirse en una nutricionista en el primer chance que tuvo. Desde ese entonces, ella ha crecido una prestigiosa carrera en Beverly Hills, ayudando a cientos de personas a bajar de peso felizmente y mantenerse. Ahora ella nos va a revelar todos sus conocimientos y secretos con el nuevo programa de To Be Mindset. En español sería tener una mente nueva, cambiar tu mente, diría yo. To Be Mindset. Esa sería la traducción que yo le hiciera en español. Así que ella va a empezar a hablarnos y yo le voy a traducir.
Well, go ahead, Ilana.
Thank you so much. Gracias. So I'll start with a little bit about me. I'll go slow and try to make it short. But basically, I have struggled with my weight myself. I was very, very overweight, and I've lost 100 pounds. I was morbidly obese my whole childhood.
Ella siempre tuvo problemas con su peso. Desde pequeña era obesa y pudo lograr perder 100 libras.
My parents got divorced when I was really young, and I always looked at food for comfort and stability, and just used to eat a lot of food every night, for all emotional reasons, and just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Sus padres se separaron a una temprana edad de ella, y ella, pues, al ver toda esa situación, lo que hacía era que se iba a la comida para sentirse bien y por muchísimas otras razones emocionales.
I love food, and I've always loved food. I love Mexican food. I love Chinese food. I love every kind of food, and I would abuse it and use it to cope during hard times. And it not only made me feel really insecure and uncomfortable, but it started becoming a health issue as well.
Ella ama la comida, le gusta la comida mexicana, la comida china. Ella siempre buscaba, le gusta comer y buscaba la comida como una forma para sentirse segura, pero en verdad estaba cubriendo inseguridades en ellas, la cual la llevó a tener una más salud, afectar su salud.
So as a kid, I wasn't able to do all those fun kid activities. I felt embarrassed to be in a ballet leotard. I couldn't do gymnastics. I couldn't do the monkey bars. So I was just letting my whole childhood go away from me as I just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And my doctor, as an 8-year-old kid, started getting very concerned and told my parents I would have to go to fat camp.
Wow. Ok, ella está diciendo que cuando ella estaba joven, una niña de 8 años, ella no podía ir a un campamento regular o a coger clases de ballet por su sobrepeso. Entonces, eso pues obviamente le causó a ella inseguridad y a su doctor también le comenzó a preocupar su estado de salud y dijo que ella tenía que ir
cada verano a un campamento de perder peso.
A un campamento de perder peso.
Yeah, so when I was 8 years old, I was the youngest, group of campers at this weight loss camp. And I had to follow a really strict diet regimen and exercise 10 hours a day so I can lose weight, even just as an 8-year-old kid. But then I would go back to school and I would just gain it all back.
Ella está diciendo que a la edad de 8 años ella tenía que ir a este campamento de verano para bajar de peso y tenía que llevar una nutrición tan estricta que ella en realidad cuando regresaba a la escuela lo que hacía era que volvía a comer todo lo que había en la escuela.
Sí, y hacer ejercicio por 10 horas al día. Wow.
Wow.
And I had such a bad mindset about it because I would, I wouldn't change anything during the school year. My parents were very overweight. They tried every diet. They didn't really know how to give me a positive influence on how to eat well. So I would just gain it all back and more every school year. And then I would return to camp every summer. So I would lose like 30 pounds every summer and then like gain 40 to 50 every school year. Really bad.
Wow. Ella tenía como, yo diría, el sub y baja, porque ella iba a esos campamentos en el verano para bajar algunas 20 libras, 30 libras, pero cuando era los tiempos escolar o los tiempos que ella no podía ir al campamento, sus padres no tenían la educación para ella saber cómo comer. Entonces lo que ella hacía era que volvía a lo mismo, comía y subía hasta 50, hasta más de peso.
And I did the yo-yoing dieting thing for years where I would lose weight and then gain it all back and more, lose some weight, gain it all back and more. So over time, I kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And my highest weight, I weighed 215 pounds and I was only 5 feet 2 inches tall.
Wow. Ella dice que todos los años ella duró por mucho tiempo estando en un sub y baja, como la dieta yo-yo, el que sube y baja. Un día subí, un año subía, otro año bajaba, tiempo subía y bajaba. Ella a una medida de 5 pies y 1 pulgada estaba en 210 libras, 215 libras, todo ese tiempo con ese sub y baja.
And eventually I said, enough is enough. I need a better way. I need to figure out a better system. And I needed to think about what was working in the summers that I could still do during the school year. So obviously I can't exercise 10 hours a day and no one else is going to be preparing me these great meals. My parents have no idea like how to help me. So I need to just do this. I need to take ownership and I need to find a better mindset on how to take care of myself and not gain this weight back anymore and actually start learning how I can lose weight on my own while still living my life.
Wow. Ella dice que llegó el momento donde ella tuvo que tomar la decisión, tengo que hacer un cambio. donde no solamente en los veranos yo pudiera bajar de peso y hacer ejercicio por 10 horas al día, que eso es imposible, y tener a alguien que le cocine todas sus comidas, porque en realidad sus padres no tienen ese conocimiento. Ella tomó la decisión de hacer un cambio y de buscar la forma de cómo ella podía implementar lo que hacía en el verano durante el año completo.
Entonces ella tuvo que cambiar su mentalidad y crear su propio sistema que le funcione para ella.
Yeah, and I loved having friends. I loved going to social events. I loved to eat, and I still love to eat a lot of delicious food. So I had to figure out a system where I can still eat a lot, enjoy, go to parties, go to restaurants while still losing weight, and I did.
Excelente. Ella dice que ella le gusta estar con sus amigos, le gusta ir a fiestas, le gusta socializarse, le encanta comer. So ella tenía que buscó la forma de cómo ella podía continuar ese estilo de vida, siguiendo bajando de peso y poder seguir disfrutando su vida. Y ella encontró el sistema.
So thankfully, I never did a diet. I saw that my parents were doing every diet ever, and I saw that it wasn't helping anything in the long term. So thankfully, I ignored a lot of that bad advice, and I just kept thinking positive. How can I eat more of this? How can I eat more of that? How can I focus on doing this and that to make sure that I keep losing weight? And I knew I always wanted to teach this and help others do it too, because it was so amazing for me and I wanted to share that. So I went to college to study nutrition and dietetics, and I became a registered dietitian and got my master's in nutrition.
Excelente, wow. Ella dice que ella vio a sus padres tratando dietas y haciendo diferentes cosas, las cuales ella vio y ella dijo, yo no quiero hacer lo mismo, yo quiero buscar la forma donde yo aprenda a comer, donde yo pueda educarme, y ella decidió en ese entonces ir a la escuela, educarse, aprender a cómo ser una nutricionista para poder ayudar a los demás con ese mismo problema que ella estaba teniendo, porque ella lo encontró maravilloso, que ella podía buscar la forma de cambiar su forma de alimentarse.
So it really helped to practice my own philosophy and still, drink in college and party, and I got married and I had a baby and I had to do pregnancy and then lose weight. Now I'm pregnant again. So it was really great that I did it practically myself, but I was also made sure that everything, if I was going to help others do it, I would be coming from the most credible source. And thankfully I was able to mix that and create a really amazing tools and advice and philosophies that kept working for me, and also, are backed by research and are sensible and smart and healthy minded and not silly like all those other bad things.
Ella está diciendo, ayúdame ahí en eso. Ella está diciendo que ella buscó la solución, buscó la forma, donde ella todavía estaba yendo al college, a la universidad, todavía podía beber, todavía podía disfrutar con sus amigos y comer y poder...
Ella tuvo un hijo.
Sí, tuvo un hijo.
Y ahora está embarazada.
Exacto.
Y ella sabe lo que es subir de peso en eso y bajar y perder ese peso, pero ella no quiere entrar en dietas, ella quiere mantener su estilo de vida.
Y ella encontró pues la forma científicamente también de poder ayudar a los demás, donde pudieran bajar de peso sin tener que estar haciendo dietas.
Sí, y en lo que ella se concentra es que todo lo que se está haciendo te haga sentido, de que tú lo entiendas, y en eso que ella se concentra para que no le tengas miedo al estilo de vida.
Así es.
And UCLA is a big university here in LA, and UCLA hired me right out of school, and they said, well, you've lost a lot of weight yourself. We're going to give you this amazing opportunity to lead a weight loss seminar for 100 UCLA employees. And that first semester, I had no outline to work off of. I had to really kind of create my own 12-week seminar system, bringing in all the tools that have helped me and that I've learned from school, and tested out on 100 different people, a lot of Latinos, I've worked with a lot of Latinos, and then people of every age, men, women. I had a lot of nurses working overnights. I had 19-year-olds working in the kitchen and 25-year-olds who were janitors, 75-year-old secretaries. So I had a really big, diverse group of 100 UCLA employees, and started creating a weight loss program system for them right out of school, right out of the gate. And it was successful.
I just love it. That little bit is like, wow, it's just...
Ella, acabando de salir de la universidad, que fue la Universidad Universidad de California en Los Ángeles, la gente que sabe que UCLA es una universidad grandísima y reconocida, le dio la oportunidad a ella para ella ejercer de una vez desde que se graduó. Ahora, no fue algo fácil porque a ella le dieron un reto grande.
100 personas.
100 personas le dieron a cargo de una vez, que era la gente que trabajaban ahí en esa universidad, porque se veían que estaban sobrepeso.
Para que ella hiciera esas 100 personas, era para que ella usara lo que ella había hecho para ella misma. Y entonces ella no tenía nada, ella no tenía ninguna herramienta, pero ella tenía el conocimiento de lo que ella se había aplicado para ella misma, para ayudar a los demás. Y tenía personas de 19 años hasta personas de 70 y pico, y tenía personas que eran enfermeras, diferentes asignaciones y títulos y profesión que ella empezó a ayudar con lo que ya ella sabía, y de ahí ella comenzó a crear su sistema de nutrición.
Yeah, and then I went on to teach it the next semester and the next semester, and every semester I taught, I would get a new wave of 100 people, very diverse, and I kept perfecting my program. Which messages make the biggest difference? Which things worked so well for people in week 6 that I should bring up to week 1? So I kept perfecting the system and the approach and seeing what works best for everyone. And the really interesting thing I kept noticing is that sometimes the 75-year-old woman going through menopause would lose more weight than the 19-year-old boy working in the kitchen, because her mindset was in a better place. So I kept really perfecting this, and ended up teaching for 10 semesters.
Wow. I'm just like, I don't even want to translate because
I love you, Ivy.
But ella está diciendo que luego de haber terminado con ese grupo de 100, volvieron y le dieron otra promoción para trabajar con otro grupo de 100, luego de haber creado un sistema de 12 semanas para bajar de peso. Y ella, lo que más le llamaba mucho la atención era que una señora de 75 años podía bajar más de peso que el muchachito de 19 años que trabajaba en una cocina. Ella se dio cuenta que era la forma de pensar. And I don't know if I'm missing something else, but I try the best.
Yeah. So it's perfect. So I taught the seminar for 10 semesters, and every semester I kept improving the weight loss averages across the board by making these different switches and changes. At the same time, I started my private practice and was working with people one-on-one. So, and also the 100 people every semester also got one-on-one sessions with me. So I got an amazing experience working with thousands of people and understanding, different education levels, different economic situations, different lifestyle situations, people who have, low thyroid, bad metabolisms, can exercise, cannot exercise. I got to work with a lot of people and start really seeing what works for everyone, or most best people, most of the people, most of the time, that can be really effective. And I started really perfecting this program.
Ella dice que ella trabajó en esto por 10 semestres consecutivos con diferentes personas. Perfeccionando el sistema, conociendo a las personas que ella estaba trabajando, tenía la oportunidad de tener uno a uno con ella. Ella empezó a entender a las personas, a ver qué era lo que mejor funcionaba. Y una cosa que no mencioné es que muchas de las personas quienes estaban en ese grupo de 100 eran personas latinas, las cuales ella tuvo la oportunidad también de trabajar con ellos. Entonces, durante ese término de tiempo de 10 semestres, ella llegó a formar lo que es el sistema que ella tiene ahora mismo de nutrición.
Yeah. So, and then I met Beachbody, and I kind of like presented this, and they are amazing. And together we've partnered for the past 2 years and have been testing it on now, like I think well over 200 people, some coaches, but also a lot just not coaches. We started our first test group with people who just struggle with their weight, everyday people. And for the past 2 years, I've been working with Beachbody, and we've really like taken it up to an even greater level. And that brings us here to today, where we now have it ready for everyone to start on May 2nd.
Excelente. Ella dice que durante su trayectoria pues se encontró con Beachbody y ya tiene 2 años trabajando en esto. Han trabajado con un grupo de personas tanto como coaches y no coaches en este sistema. Ustedes conocen a Miki Fernández, que ella es la líder, la madre equipo de nosotros. Ella fue parte del sistema de ella, tanto como Saudi Almonte también. Entonces, pudieron trabajar, desde que encontró a Beachbody, se encontraron, han hecho pues han trabajado de cerca con esto, y por eso estamos aquí en el día de hoy con el sistema de nutrición que ha creado Ilana, que se llama To Be Mindset.
Que lanza el día 2 de mayo.
El 2 de mayo.
Sí. Entonces, Ilana, I want to ask you, who is To Be Mindset for? Like, who is it ideally for?
¿Para quién es el To Be Mindset? ¿Cuál es la persona ideal para este programa?
It's so great because it really is for everyone. It really is for so many people. As Beachbody coaches, you've probably asked people to do big workout programs in the past, and some people don't want to. Some people don't want to exercise. They don't want to move their body. And I was very overweight too, and I know it's not that fun to be jumping around when you feel very disconnected and not comfortable in your body. So it's definitely for all those people out there who are willing to try a diet, and even if it's a bad idea, like a juice cleanse or a keto or a vegan or a Whole30 or a Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig, but don't want to ever exercise. So it's for people who, it's definitely for those who have no interest in exercising and want to lose weight by just eating better. And it's also for people who you do work with, or yourself who does work out all the time, but isn't seeing the results that you really want because the eating's not there.
Excelente. Ella está diciendo que entendemos que tenemos que hacer muchos ejercicios con los programas que tenemos. El programa To Be Mindset es para todo el mundo quien quiera hacerlo. Ahora bien, hay un grupo de personas que quieren tal vez tratar otra dieta, la dieta de keto, la dieta de Whole30. Hay mucha dieta por allá afuera. Que quiere tratar de comer diferente y hacer una dieta sin tener que hacer ejercicios. Y aún tú haciendo ejercicio, dice ella, que tú puedes implementarlo, porque hay personas que están haciendo ejercicio por mucho tiempo y aún no ven cambio. O sea que es para todo el mundo, pero más para aquellas personas que dicen, ay, yo no quiero hacer ejercicio. Como quiera van a ver resultados.
Yeah. So it's definitely for, everyone who wants to lose anywhere from 5 pounds to 200 plus pounds. It's for the person who has done everything and is exhausted and just wants a better, more livable approach. And it's also for someone who's never tried anything, and lucky for them. And this is the first and only program they'll ever have to do to create a better mindset for themselves, their body, lose weight, and learn how to maintain it for life.
Excelente. Ella está diciendo que este programa es para personas que quieren perder de 5 libras a 200 libras, de personas que se han estado ejercitando y no ven ningún cambio, o para personas que nunca han hecho nada y que quieren tratar por primera vez algo, y no solamente para bajar de peso, sino para mantenerse saludable, y que tal vez personas que están cansados de trabajar tanto, que la comida, que esto, y quiere algo que sea más un estilo de vida que no sea tan cargado.
Yeah. And some coaches have been doing this program who didn't have any weight to lose, and they found that they also really benefited from the whole program. For just creating a better mindset. You know, maybe they, in the past, if they ate a big meal of, you know, enchiladas and tacos and fritas, then they would feel guilty about it or feel like they have to work out double the amount of time the next day or call themselves bad or call it a cheat. And now, you know, having done the 2B mindset, they don't look at it like that. They just look at it as, okay, I enjoyed it, let's move on. So it has a much more positive approach. There's no such thing as cheating on this program. There's no good versus bad. It's really like a amazing learning opportunity, and you can still enjoy treats, but you'll just approach them in a different way that's even more enjoyable, so you still get to where you want to be.
Excelente. Ella dice que hasta los coaches, un coach que no tenga que bajar de peso, como quiera, le ha encontrado mucho beneficio a esto, por la razón de que la forma de cómo lo ve mentalmente, de que hay que se me como unas enchiladas, unos tacos, salir de orden, no se sientan con ese cargo de conciencia, sino que miren las cosas de una perspectiva diferente mentalmente. Entonces, algo se me escapa de eso que ella dijo.
No. Okay.
Sí.
So, Ilana, what is to be mindset? Like, what does it entail?
So it's video-based. It's a video-based thing. So it's kind of like we took what I would do in, you know, 10 to 15 private sessions with people, and we created over 26 videos to present the whole philosophy. So it starts with videos of me breaking down my fundamentals. So mindset sounds very ooh la la, but there actually is structure. There actually are like there are basic guidelines. So while there's no cheating, while there's no counting calories, there's enough structure so that you actually see results, but also enough flexibility so you can do it your way. So there's 26 videos breaking down the philosophy, how to do breakfast, how to do lunch, how to do dinner, how to look at snacks, but in a way that you're making your own choices. So it's like what are some guidelines we want to look for at each meal, but how you can do it at a restaurant, if you're dairy-free, if you're gluten-free, if you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, if you love Mexican food, if you love Asian food. So it's all the videos are broken down into how to do this program best, how to set up your kitchen, how to go to a grocery store, how to set up your meals, how to go on vacation, how to go to events. There's really a video to cover everything.
Wow.
And then I'll do
it. Okay. I love it. I want to see it. Okay. Carla le preguntó, ¿qué es lo que trae el programa? Y el programa viene en 26 videos, perdón, donde te detalla estructuradamente la filosofía de este programa. Te enseña desde cómo tener tu cocina, desde cuáles alimentos tú puedes escoger y variar en tu desayuno, la cena, cuando salgas, vaya de vacaciones, vayas a eventos. La cosa es que te da el permiso de que tú puedas crear tu propia alimentación basada a los fundamentos que ella enseña estructuradamente para que tú puedas alimentarte bien. Otra cosa que mencionó también, antes que se me olvide, algo último que dijo, de estructura, los videos te enseñan cómo comer, qué comer para cada comida. Oh, sí, no importa si tú eres vegetariano, no importa si tú eres vegano, no importa si tú comes regular, si tiene alergias, si tú consumes lactosa o no. O sea, todo ahí está disponible para ti para que tú aprendas.
Va a ser una librería para aprender a tú elegir el estilo de vida que tienes comiendo.
So there's a video for everything. There's a video, what if I'm an emotional eater or I'm emotional eating? I'm going to a daytime party versus a nighttime party. I'm going to a short trip versus a long trip. What if I don't cook? There's a video of me with a big stack of menus on how to order takeout from Mexican, from Indian, from Italian, from Thai. So like how to set up your kitchen if you do cook, how to go to a grocery store. So, you know, there's a video on events and all of that. There's also a video on what if I just like to eat a lot and I'm a volume eater and I want to eat more. There's a video showing you how you could just eat a lot.
Let's
Ok, a ella dice que la librería hay video para todos. Si eres una persona que te gusta comer mucho, si te gusta, no te gusta cocinar y quieres ordenar de afuera, hay video para que enseñarte a hacer el mercado del día, cómo setear tu cocina, qué ordenar de diferentes menús, no importa el restaurante que sea. Hay una lista que ella te enseña cómo
ella
hacerlo.
tiene un video donde tiene una base de menú ahí.
Y tiene un video donde te enseña muchísimo menú también.
Y también habla de desórdenes. O sea, uno tiene a veces, uno come emocionalmente. Hay gente que come nervioso, o que lo que sea. Y ella habla sobre esas cosas en unos videos.
Así es.
Yeah. And then there's all the questions that you probably asked in the past. We have a video for that too. So there's a video on, but I hit a plateau, now what? Or the scale went up, now what? So there's a video also answering those questions we have.
Eso es excelente. Hay unos videos ahí para la gente que dice, estoy estoqueado. No estoy bajando.
Uh-huh.
O la persona que dice, ok, subí de peso, ¿ahora qué? Y ahí hay también otro video para eso. O sea, que ellos han pensado, colaborando con Beachbody, las cosas y las preguntas frecuentes que nosotros siempre tenemos.
Yeah, and then there's also like over 14 recipe videos. So then there's also videos of me in the kitchen showing you big, delicious, wonderful meals that are so easy. So even if you've never cooked before, you can make these. I don't have a culinary background, so it's very like messy and easy, and nothing is measured and nothing is perfect looking. Everything is just like a frozen bag of this and a mixed bag of this. Let's make dinner and let's make it delicious. So also really great, satisfying, wonderful recipes that everyone will love.
Wow, ella dice que sus videos son bien reguerosos, esa es la palabra mejor traducirlo, donde ella está cocinando, coge una bolsa de vegetales de esto, o sea, ella no está midiendo nada, simplemente haciendo una comida deliciosa, saludable, que todas la puedan disfrutar en la casa o tú, y no es, ella no fue a una escuela de culinaria, ella no tiene esa
Así
historia.
que las personas que no saben cocinar no se preocupen.
Así es.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so there's 40 videos in total, 26 kind of breaking down the whole philosophy, and then 14 recipe videos. And then you're also going to get a big box. So the box is going to have a go-to guide, recipe guide, specialty tracker, and all these amazing tools to go along with the videos.
Okay.
Excelente. Bueno,
bueno.
van a recibir...
And Lara's holding everything up.
Mira, Lara lo está enseñando. Va a tener una caja también que contiene un kit entero en el cual te va a traer como llevar un registro de cosas que estás comiendo,
sí.
Recomendaciones que ya tiene, guía, todo eso va a estar imprimido. I don't know, Ilana, if it's going to be printed in Spanish or not.
Oh, Lara.
They'll be translated PDFs. So yeah, the printed guides are in English. The PDFs online there'll be Spanish translations of everything.
Okay, great.
Downloadable. Everything's in Spanish, but downloadable, not printed.
Okay.
I actually have a lot of Mexican cousins who are like very excited to do this. So I'm happy we're answering these questions.
Good. En el kit todo va a llegar en inglés, pero en línea, cuando entres al programa, en el programa tú puedes descargar los documentos en español totalmente. Así que no te preocupes.
Sí, cuando salga el programa en mayo.
En mayo 2.
Mayo 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Entonces, another thing that I wanted to ask is, this is going to be in the BOD platform or not?
So it's not, you're going to see it. The picture of the program will be on BOD, but you're going to access it via a separate way. So you
can access it through BOD.
Yeah.
It's a separate purchase, so it's not included in your BOD subscription. So it's a separate purchase, but you can access it through BOD.
Or on another platform.
Yeah.
Okay, entonces el programa tú vas a tener acceso por el Beachbody On Demand, pero no está en Beachbody On Demand, porque va a ser tú vas a tener que comprarlo aparte, porque es otra plataforma. Entonces, y ahí no se va a mezclar con lo que tiene Beachbody On Demand.
Sí, sí. Esto es un sistema totalmente diferente para las personas que there is someone that, let me tell you,
Because of the chat.
I'm reading the chat.
Yeah.
Those two of our girls in the team, one asked what happened with the loose skin when people lose weight. We all have that question sometimes.
Okay. I love this question. I say when you see skin, you win.
La que preguntó qué pasa con la flacidez, dice ella que ella le gusta esa pregunta porque cuando tú ves flacidez, o sea, pellejo extra, tú ganas. Why do you say that?
But I'll explain it. I, definitely, first of all, I feel like I have some loose skin because I yo-yoed for so many years, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I caused that. But my clients and the people who've done the test groups, we've had people do the test groups. So many people lose over 60 pounds, 70 pounds, 80 pounds. One woman lost close to 100 pounds. And not one person from that first test group who've lost crazy amounts of weight has been talking about their extra skin. So one cool thing about this program is while you will lose a lot of weight, you're going to be losing it really steadily and gradually. You're not going to lose 50 pounds the first month and then not. You're going to lose just the same amount, if not more weight in month 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But you're going to be continuously eating protein at every meal, maintaining your muscle mass, and it's going to be gradual and steady and permanent. So no one in the test group or in all the test groups has been complaining of skin. And from my personal experience, I've been quite amazed at what you can do with toning and bringing in exercise down the line and staying consistent with it. I still have a little bit, but no one else sees it but me. And believe me, you'll look amazing in clothes. And you'll realize it's not anything that should keep you from wanting to lose weight.
Thank you. Ella está diciendo de que muchas de las personas, mujeres especialmente, que hicieron el programa, que perdieron hasta 70 libras, ninguna se han quejado de que tienen flacidez por la razón de que la forma que se estaban nutriendo y que se están nutriendo es balanceado, siempre la proteína está ahí, tú mantienes tu masa muscular y claro está, esto no lo dijo ella, pero esto lo digo yo, la flacidez se va a quedar muchas veces nosotras que tenemos niños. Ella dice que más adelante con los ejercicios tú puedes ir apretando un poco, pero muchos de nosotros ya estamos haciendo ejercicios, o esto va a ser una añadidura de eso. Pero
te vas a ver bien, con la ropa, o sea, sí. Empieza a imaginarte cómo te vas a ver.
Exacto.
Así ya cuando llegues a tu peso ideal.
Así
exactamente, con curvas.
Con curvas. Déjame ver. There was another question here. I can answer that question later on, but it's just about what you mentioned, Ilana, why I'm in a plateau. I have someone here that has been here for 2 months and she only lost 10 pounds and she sees other people lose 18 to 20 pounds in 1 month. Everyone is different, so I'm sure with this program, people are gonna have different.
Yeah. The worst thing you can do going into this program is have a jealous mindset. I think jealousy is the worst thing we could waste our time with, because, and you'll see for this program especially, if you're too focused on someone else, it literally will mean you're not focused enough on yourself. This program causes you to be focused on yourself, and the more focused you are on yourself, the better your results will be. And really, I find people are most frustrated doing the to be mindset when they're so focused on comparing themselves to how much weight they lost 10 years ago when they did something extreme and unsustainable, or comparing themselves to someone else in the group. It is a big waste of time. And I see it over and over again because some people in this group have PCOS, a condition that makes it hard to lose weight, and they end up losing more weight. Whereas another woman with PCOS is like, I can't lose as much weight because I have PCOS, but the other one's not letting it hold her back, you know? So it's really, if you're already in that mindset and state of comparing, the one thing you can do to get ready for this program is to remove yourself from that and really focus on yourself and note, anytime you do this program and you're comparing and you're feeling frustrated by your weight loss compared to others, it's because you're not putting enough focus on yourself. And the second you do, you'll see the results you want.
Right. Wow, okay. Thank you. Yo le pregunté, una pregunta que hizo una de las compañeras que perdió 10 libras y tiene 2 meses, otra gente pierde más de ahí en un mes, 20 libras. Ilana está hablando con referencia a lo que es el programa que va a salir. Entonces, refiriéndose a ese programa, tanto como lo que nosotros hacemos, obviamente, cada quien tiene su forma diferente de bajar de peso. La cosa que ella está hablando es que si tú estás mirando cómo los otros están avanzando, eso te afecta en tus cambios. Y eso ella le llama celos, porque tú ves como el otro está avanzando y tú no. Y dice que el gran favor que tú te puedes hacer haciendo este nuevo programa es no estar pendiente de lo que están haciendo los demás y enfocarte en lo que tú puedes cambiar. Puso el ejemplo de una señora que tenía un problema de salud, la otra también tenía el mismo problema de salud, pero una estaba bajando más de peso y la otra decía, no, yo no puedo porque tengo este problema. Entonces decía, ¿cuál es la diferencia? Que aquella tiene el mismo problema que tú y está logrando cambiar de peso y tú no. Es la mentalidad y por eso que tienes que enfocarte en ti. Dice ella que una de las razones que una persona no puede bajar de peso y ver cambios cuando estás enfocado en cómo los demás están haciendo. Así que debes de enfocarte en los cambios.
Para reiterar lo que ella dijo, cuando te des cuenta de que tú lo que estás atento a lo que el otro está haciendo, es porque tú no te estás enfocando en tu progreso. Entonces, si tú te ves que en el momento que tú estés mirando a otro, ay, no me estoy enfocando en mí, ahí es cuando tienes que tomar la decisión.
Okay. Ilana, somebody else is asking if this program can be recommended to diabetic people.
Diabetics?
Yes.
If someone is diabetic, you would have to be consulted by your doctor and work so closely in such close supervision with your doctor. If you have diabetes, you have to be working with your doctor. If you are at risk, have elevated blood sugars, are pre-diabetic, you should still get approval from the doctor, but you can definitely benefit from doing this program as long as you have close supervision with your doctor along the way. But if you actually already have diabetes, you would really need to consult with your doctor and be supervised well, because this program was not designed for diabetic, and I would be concerned that, you know, your blood sugars would run too low, and that could be very dangerous. So it definitely has to be done with the oversight of a doctor throughout.
To piggyback on that real quick, will we have a tool or anything that, like a Dear Doctor letter for this program or no?
Oh, I've never heard of that. Lara, is that something Beachbody's done in the past?
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
The question is, if someone...
Carlos, has that been done in the past?
I didn't hear the beginning part of it.
Here's the question. If someone says, I want to consult my doctor before I do this, is there a Dear Doctor letter about to be mindset?
About what the program entails?
Yes.
No, but I'm sure we could create, maybe, but I think you can also drive them to, you could probably, I can ask legal. I mean, you can certainly drive them to the cell page because there'll be a lot of information about the program there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you that, I mean, listen, if you have a compounding medical condition like diabetes, you have to be careful and obviously have the oversight of a doctor. But I will tell you that this very much will likely be the doctor recommended program. It really is very sound. I right now work with so many doctors here in Los Angeles who refer me patients for every kind of thing. This is a very healthy eating program that could benefit people of every, like, so many conditions beyond weight loss. So one thing I've really been telling people to do this month before starting the program is to go to your doctor and get your labs taken, get a good physical this month going into the summer, because when you go back to your doctor in several months after doing the 2B mindset, in addition to looking good in your clothes and feeling good, you'll probably see a lot of benefits in your overall health as well. And then your doctor might become a customer or might refer you so many more, because this program really, it really should be the doctor recommended program of choice.
So,
yeah, and Carlos, let me follow up with legal on that. We don't have a particular one sheet that would say like the principles. I mean, any doctors we've spoken to about this program love it, obviously, because there's such a huge focus on, water and vegetables and all the things that everyone knows they should be doing. But I'll find out if there's something like that. Going to the cell page wouldn't necessarily give a doctor all the details they would need to know whether or not they would recommend it for somebody. But I'll find out.
Let me translate real quick. La pregunta que estamos hablando, que duramos un poquito de tiempo más hablando de esto, de las personas que tienen condición de diabetes. Y si tú tienes una condición de diabetes o tienes el azúcar elevada o algo así, es mejor que consultes tu doctor y hables con ellos en lo que viene a tu nutrición antes de empezar este programa. Y siempre es recomendado así con cualquier programa. Y también lo que Ilana recomienda es de que este mes ve al doctor y hazte un análisis completo de tu sangre y todo eso, para que veas que antes de empezar este programa tienes una base de dónde empezar, y después que lo vayas progresando te haces otro análisis y ves la diferencia, porque en la comida y lo que se va a recomendar va a cambiar tu salud.
Exactly. And then I have another question here. Maybe we are done with this. If Shakeology is going to be part of it, and also if can follow this.
Can kids follow this program?
So I'll first say kids. When it comes to kids, I really recommend. I was an obese child. My goal has always been to cure the pediatric obesity crisis as well. But I have to tell you, when the parents do this program and do it well, the kids benefit enormously. So without making the kids having to focus so much on this, if you do it as a role model, as a parent, your kids, you'll notice, will start eating better and slimming down if that's what they need to do. So I first want to answer that.
So Shakeology will be.
Sí, Shakeology estará incluido.
And I'll answer Shakeology too. So one is, if your kids need to lose weight, I recommend you start doing this program first, and they probably won't even have to do it as formally unless they're like very mature or 16 or 15 or really mature. Then of course they can do it and they should benefit. But if they're younger than that, which 1 in 3 kids in the US is overweight or obese. So there are a lot of little children who are obese as well now, unfortunately, but they will benefit from having just the positive role models around them. And for Shakeology is definitely a big part of this program. If you can't drink Shakeology for any reason, you could still do this program. It's not 100% required, but it's highly, highly encouraged. It works as a great part of breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or a snack. As we all know, it's filling, it's satisfying, it's so good for us. It tastes delicious, and it's good for our mindsets because it keeps us full and satisfied, and it's great for you and your well-being. So it's highly encouraged part of the program. Yeah. And there's a lot of recipe videos and stuff with those in that as well.
Thank you. En cuanto a la pregunta de Shakeology, Ilana la contestó de que sí es altamente recomendada por todos los beneficios que tiene, por lo bien que nos hace sentir.
Y es parte del programa.
Y también es parte del programa. Si por alguna razón u otra tú no puedes consumir la Shakeology, ya eso es otra cosa, pero sí es recomendada y es parte. En cuanto a los niños, ella dice que empiece por ti primero. Y eventualmente, claro, si el niño tiene de 15 años en adelante y necesita, pues tú lo puedes involucrar, pero eventualmente tus hijos van a empezar a comer como tú. Entonces yo creo que there's one more question, I will answer that later because that has nothing to do with the nutrition part. Si tiene alguna otra pregunta, voy a terminar acá. Thank you so much, Ilana, for spending time for your time. We do value the information that you have shared with us. We have a better understanding of what's coming, and that we can really pass the good news to others who have been struggling with nutrition. Even in our challenge groups, people want to change. People want something different. So
yes, and this is definitely something different. I think everyone, I just heard a line, the mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it's not open. So I really recommend everyone have an open mind going into this. A lot of the things I'm going to recommend are things that you haven't been doing before, and that's a good thing, right? Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So I just hope everyone comes into it with an open mind, a willingness, because it's so effective, so pleasant, and so effective. So I look forward to everyone doing it.
I'm going to close with this, and I can pass this question. This is Johanna asking you the following. Maybe you have an answer for that. She said, I have a daughter. She was bullied at school and suffered from bully at school. For looking fat. That's the word that
they use.
That's the words they use, and suffer from anxiety. What do you think is the best approach to get her without her thinking? I guess to get her to do this without her thinking.
How old is she?
Johanna, how old is she?
It doesn't say.
If she can answer that. If you can write down her.
Oh, she's 10.
¿Cuántos años?
10 years old.
10.
Oh, 10.
I really recommend the mom do it. The mom watch the videos. And Joanna, I think it is. I think Joanna, definitely get the program. Definitely watch all the videos. Like I said, even if you don't have any weight to lose, you can still benefit from this tremendously. And even a 10-year-old could and would enjoy a lot of the videos. So while you might not want to show them every single one, there's some that are just like, how should we better order at restaurants in a way that makes sense? Or how should we look at the food groups in a way that makes sense? And it's really very positive and very educational and informational. And even a 10-year-old could benefit a lot from you playing the videos at home, you implementing these recipes and these philosophies. So while I wouldn't make a 10-year-old crazy about, you have to do it just like this, just like I'm doing it, I think if you're doing it, it has the best part of this program, it has an amazing domino effect. So a lot of people doing the test groups, we would get their before and afters, their pictures, and then they would tell us, one person in the first test group said her father lost like 88 pounds. And we don't have his pictures before and after, all that good stuff, because it really has a beautiful domino effect. So I think, Joanna, for you, you should do the program. You should do it well with diligence and with, max effort, and you'll see that your daughter will benefit so much from you just having that more positive mindset and relationship with food around the house. She'll get that positive mindset and relationship with food as well, and she'll probably start feeling more confident in her body as you make more of these changes in the household.
Excellent.
Great.
I will translate that real quick and then we'll be done. Joana hizo una pregunta sobre su niño, niña tiene 10 años, los muchachos en la escuela le dejaron gorda. Y eso le causó ansiedad a la niña, cómo ella puede involucrar a su hija sin que ella se sienta que su mamá le está llamando gorda. Y Ilana le recomienda que empiece Joana a hacer el programa, a implementar los videos, a enseñar, a ver los videos en la casa para que su hija también pueda escuchar la filosofía del sistema de nutrición y luego más tarde pueda ella pues unirse. Ella dice que se convierte esto en un efecto de dominó, porque tú empiezas, tu familia lo hace, hubo alguien que participó en el grupo de prueba y dijo que su papá había perdido 80 libras y su papá ni siquiera estaba en el programa, pero perdió el peso porque su hija lo estaba haciendo.
Sí, indirectamente vas a afectar a tu familia. Y ese es el impacto que yo veo que va a traer este programa, que indirectamente al tú hacerlo vas a afectar a todo el mundo y hasta no importa si la familia vive contigo o no, con ellos ver el cambio, también se van a inspirar a hacerlo. Thank you so much, Ilana, for being here.
Thank you. This is a pleasure. Thank you so much for translating and for getting all these beautiful people together for the call.
Thank you, thank you,
Carlos, any other questions for me?
Yes, Lara. I have somebody else is asking. Eva is asking if,
they're going to translate you.
If this is going to come in a challenge pack.
Oh, like a challenge pack.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Paquete reto, va a ser paquete reto.
Yeah, challenge pack, yes. All the details, all the pricing you'll get at Super Saturday.
Okay. El Super Sábado, el precio va a salir del paquete reto.
One thing also that I would say that you should definitely share with your groups is, you know, on May 2nd, when, you know, the product becomes available, we're going to start something called Office Hours, which is a private coach test group with Ilana. So we really encourage people to purchase on May 2nd, start using the program where you can ask her questions. She'll be really coaching you through the program starting, you know, as soon as starting May 2nd. But we're also encouraging people to take from May 2nd until May 14th to watch the program. Like the best way for you to be coaches is to learn the program first. So take from May 2nd-ish until May 14th to learn the program before you start your own groups. So that's the biggest piece of advice I could say is utilize Ilana, learn the program, because you will be better coaches if you're not trying to do it alongside everybody for the first time.
Eso es bien válido. Ella acaba de decir que cuando tú veas que está disponible el programa en mayo 2, el 2 de mayo, es para tú empezar la educación sobre el programa. No es para que tú lo compres y esperes que te llegue el kit, nada de eso. Es para que empieces a educarte. Y más estoy hablando con todos los coaches, para que tú puedas entrenar a otra persona o ayudarlo a tener resultados con esto. Tú tienes que ser prueba de lo mismo, ¿verdad? Entonces tú tienes que empezar la educación del programa temprano desde que esté disponible. Y yo creo que esto es un bono, porque vamos a tener a Ilana disponible para hacerle preguntas.
En un grupo.
En un grupo de prueba. Que lo van a tener acceso los coaches.
Entonces debes de comprarlo para que puedan saber que lo tienes para añadirte ahí en ese programa como lo hicieron con el 80 días. It's like the 80-day exception, Lara, that when
you buy the package,
they purchase it and then they were notified to be...
Yeah, you'll get an email to join the group.
Okay.
Same way.
Excelente. Entonces, tomar del 2 de mayo, cuando lo compren, al 14 de mayo, para aprender del programa, aplicarlo nosotros, para luego poder enseñarlo. Es lo más lógico y efectivo en todo lo que hacemos como coaches.
Yo veo que esto es ideal.
I just love the new approach, because as Latinos, I'm going to say this,
that's the hardest part.
We don't have a clear relationship with food, and we tend to eat everything, anything, and we think that everything is a diet and I'm not supposed to eat. And so this is going to be so good, because it's going to answer a lot of the questions. And the great thing is that we're going to have everything available in Español through Beachbody On Demand in the other platform that you're going to have in the other platform.
Yes.
So this is just going to be great. Like, I can't wait.
The Latina women in the test group in New York were just
amazing.
They loved it. They just loved that they could eat so much food, and they loved that they could eat a lot of food, and they loved that they were able to bring all their flavors and things that they liked and apply it to the program and literally feel like they are still eating the cuisines that they like, just in a healthier, more purposeful way. So
the only issue they had was that once they started losing weight and looking really great, their families started saying, "Oh no, you're losing your butt," and they had to say, "I'm looking good. leave me alone. I'm getting healthier and better, and I feel amazing. So that was the only extra issue that I would say the Latinos face more than other people, is that, you know, a lot of the, you know, of course it's a cultural thing. You want, you know, gordita babies and everything like that. So that's the only thing you have to move past, is you will still have your butt. You'll just be in a healthier place.
Ellos están diciendo que las latinas que hicieron el programa en Nueva York, ustedes saben quiénes son, que Miki, Saudi y las demás que participaron, ellas pudieron implementar los sabores latinos de uno y pudieron disfrutar el programa como quiera. Lo único que tuvieron que enfrentar, obviamente, como todos acá, la crítica de que tú estás flaca, que te estás perdiendo las nalgas. Entonces ella dijo que tenía que decirle a ellos, no, paren ahí, yo me veo bien, me siento bien. Eso es lo único otra parte que nosotros tenemos que enfrentar con nuestros familiares. Así que es una mentalidad.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
Ilana.
Hasta luego. Thank you so much.
Gracias. Gracias, Lara.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bueno, mi gente, la abrimos
Para grabar.
para que, bueno, sí, para decir ya, bye bye.
No, que
No.
Okay.
Estoy